Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be finishing this seat here. Now we left you with a teaser looking at the seat base. Still unfinished and just in place. So I've jumped ahead and I've made the seat cover for the backrest here. Just like I showed you on the seat base in the last episode, it's not actually attached to the frame or the foam. But that's alright, it's not ready to go on just yet. As you can see, the frame is still that gross blue grey kind of colour with a bunch of corrosion on the rails. So that's our plan for the day. We're going to try to clean this up, paint it black. We're also going to we need to look at the plastics that bolt to these seats. So we're going to clean them up, patch them up, and paint them black as well. So, that's enough talking, let's get into work. So, have the frame in the vise. As we can see, it is quite rusty. Now it's still all on the surface. So, I'm going to wide brush this, hit it with some primer, and then go over it with some black. And while I'm at it, I'm going to brush this up, sand it, prime that, and paint that black as well. So I'm going to put you back on the time lapse while I strip this down, get it ready for paint. The time lapse, I apologise for doing so many time lapses, but it's the best way for me to get this work done without making these videos an hour long. So stick around, we'll get this cleaned. So, the frame has been prepped. I've also got the base for the other seat. Now, I'm going to be using this Rust-Oleum, absolutely magic on metal that isn't perfectly prepped. So, it'll be perfect for this task. Now those sections of frame are drying, the paint is setting. We're going to be working on the next section. So this here, because it's going to be more exposed to the elements and wear, we'll be using our acrylic paints for these rather than the enamel based paint. So this here, it's not too bad, just needs a bit of wire wheel to get rid of the surface corrosion. You get rid of the grease and whatnot off that. Most of that's covered by plastics anyway, so that's not too critical. But this here will be seen. Now, we might strip this down further, make life easier for ourselves. Alright, let's get to work. Alright guys, so I've changed my mind a little bit on the paint I'm using on these panels. So these ones here are going to be using the Rust-Oleum. The prep on that wasn't perfect. The prep on this is a lot better. So that's been cleaned with wax and grease remover. So I'll be heating that with the etch primer, then going on with the black acrylic. These will just have the Rust-Oleum, and they should be fine with that. Alright, let's get to work. We're starting to get things laid out in here, making some progress. So, got the frame together. It's painted, looking pretty decent. This here, this is what we were painting in the acrylic paint. As you can see, we hit it with a bit of clear coat. And she's come up quite nice. Obviously a few defects in the paint itself. That's what happens when you don't have a paint booth to paint in. But I think that's looking pretty cool. For those who don't know, if you're using acrylic clear, especially one of these cans, you can rest this in a bucket of hot water and will allow the paint to come out a lot cleaner. So, handy tip, highly recommend it. Alright, our next job is to patch these panels here. This one here has a couple cracks, as you can see here. This one starting to show fatigue, but I'm not going to spend too much time on these. Probably not going to even touch that one. Now this one here, this has actually got a couple cracks that have worked their way through. I'm going to hit it with a 2-part epoxy. We'll set in 5 minutes apparently. So that's good, that's what we want. I'm going to glue that up. Then we can start sanding it, getting ready for our plastic primer there. Now while the plastic set, well the epoxy on the plastic sets, we're going to be assembling this seat. So we should be able to see the cover complete on the frame. Unfortunately, I think the plastics are going to have to wait till next episode to finish. So we've been at it for many hours so far, trying to get this sorted. But we'll get this seat assembled. That way I can show you the complete completed look. And in the next episode, we're going to be attacking those plastics to get them finished. All right, I'm going to put you back on the time lapse, and I'm going to get this thing together. Got the seat together. I've still yet to make the headrest that goes right here. But that is the seat. So I'm really liking this checkered flannel look. I reckon it's going to bring out the interior quite nicely. So still a little bit to finish off the trim to this seat. We've still got the plastics to do. The rails and extra pieces down there are still setting, still curing, so that will have to go in the next couple of days. Really quite happy with how this seat is looking. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for hanging through this video. There's a lot more of this interior stuff to go, so hang around, it's going to be awesome, and thanks for watching.